Okay guys, let me give you an introduction to the ACM graphics package that we're going to use. As you probably read online, it was developed by some professors at Stanford. So make sure you download the acm.zip or acm.jar and extract it to the same folder where you save your .class files in. And you'll notice right down here at the bottom of the slide, these are two of the packages that we're going to be importing into most of our programs. So from now on, make sure you have these two, acm.graphics.star and acm.program.star. Remember the asterisks here, the star.
Miss Dorsey, can you please come to the main office? Miss Dorsey, the main office.
Is a wild card, meaning it imports all of the material that's in that package for us to use. Okay, so one thing we're going to see that's new when we create our class files is this new word extends. So we'll have something like public class hello graphic extends, and we're extending graphics program. That's an object-oriented concept called inheritance. And what that's doing is it's allowing us to use all the material that's also in what's called the graphics program. And this program may not specifically do anything on its own, but it has some background material that allows our programs to be smaller, easier to understand, without throwing too much material into that. So notice that you'll be seeing that right away. And we're going to be running these programs as applets. So in the past, when you would compile your program in TextPad, Control-1, and then we would run it by hitting Control-2. That's no longer the case. Now we're going to go to Control-3, which is going to run it as an applet. And we won't have the same main method. Applets don't work the same way as console programs. From now on, our new main method will just be our run method for when the program executes. And what is an applet, you say? Well, an applet is a Java program that runs in a web browser. So when you compile your program and run it, you might be given an option. A pop-up box might appear saying, do you want to use this temporary web file for your applet to run in? And if that web page doesn't work...
Rick Wolf, please call 8016 or come to the main office. Rick Wolf, 8016 or to the main office. Kelly Dorsey, please come to the main office.
And if it doesn't work that way, just rerun it and hit no or hit the red X in the corner of the dialog box, and then your program should run. So we're going to use a concept called the felt board for our graphics and for our video game. And think of it as like a cork board you would see in a classroom, or a felt board that you might see in most middle or grade school classrooms, where you can just sort of pin up something or stick something using a push pin onto that board. So in a similar manner, that's what our program is going to be. It's going to create a board for us, and then we can put various graphics on there. So now we're going to code a program called Feltboard 3. Now this is what our Feltboard 3 program looks like. Notice we have 3 import statements. This one is the Java Abstract Windows Toolkit. That's some old applet technologies that we'll use. Go ahead and code it. I'll have a handout for you. And you'll be able to put a rectangle together, change the color, and then when you have that working, go ahead and uncomment these that are on there, and you'll be able to code an oval as well. And this is what the applet looks like when we first run the rectangle. It won't have the oval included. When you run it, you can play around with some of the coordinates on here to figure out which ones are going to affect the size and which ones are going to affect the location. Okay, as I mentioned just a second ago, the coordinate system. Here's our coordinate system, and it's going to be these four doubles. So your challenge then is to move the rectangle to the top right corner, and then move to the oval to the bottom left corner.